Hello fellow mountain bikers, it is the month of May and we're here to tell you the trending products that have sold this month that mountain bikers are buying. With over thousands and thousands of data points of sold stuff, this is what's popular and trending right now, so here you go.
Yeah, stay tuned and be entertained.
The first product this month is very
greasy.
It is the BUZZY'S Slick Honey, and I'll let Jared tell you about it because he's a more frequent user of grease and lubricant than I am.
And there is no rebounding from that. What I will tell you about this amazingly sized jar of Slick Honey.
16-ounce jar, 40 bucks at least right now, and it'll probably last you 10 years or maybe the rest of your life.
That's the first thing I was gonna say. That's the first benefit. This is probably the last one you'll have to buy, at least for the next 10 years or the rest of your life. I guess it depends on how old you are and how much you service your bike. The other amazing thing about this is instead of the tube or the syringe of Slick Honey that you would get in the smaller sizes, you can just bust this baby open and just scoop and slap on whatever you want.
And it's also kind of world-renowned, really good grease that's being used in the mountain bike world all over the place and has been in shops and for what, I don't know, 100 years, longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
So really good stuff with a multitude of different things you can do with it when it comes to servicing your bike. Something you definitely don't want to do with it though is put it on the number 2 trending product, which is a SRAM HS2 brake rotor.
That's a great point.
This particular one in your hand, 200 millimeters, is a big boy. If you're looking for big braking power, one of the biggest upgrades you can do is just change the size of your rotors to something bigger, or even just change your rotors, because SRAM made a big stink about these things, about how they shed heat better, bend less. What else do they do? Less
more power,
noise.
better lever feel.
More power, because a lot of that had to do with the heat shedding, better lever feel. Yeah, those are rad. You've been using those a lot, right?
I've been using these.
He's a big brake guy.
Quite a bit. It also has this like heat dissipating paint they say is on here, which probably works.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah, I've actually been using these with my code brakes on my hardtail, my code RSCs, and then also I've recently been running them with a set of Magura MT7s, and it's working pretty good. You know, it's early still, but I'm liking what I'm feeling.
Yep. Yeah, those things are good. I think a lot of people that are looking for more braking power or even just more sort of consistent feel in their brakes on those longer downhills, HS2 has been a go-to rotor for that, which is the reason why it's trending these days. People are going faster in the month of May. Whew, so they're upgrading the brake rotor side.
That is right. Which brings us to our next product, the OneUp carbon handlebar. The 35 millimeterized version in particular. This one is not that one.
That's suspicious.
I was gonna say, this isn't the 35-35.
That's the 35.
You got the wrong one.
That's the 35-20.
35 clamp,
yes.
20 mil rise.
20 mil rise, 35 clamp. The 35 mil rise version did not show up on time.
Okay, well, the 35 mil rise version of a lot of bars has been trending for quite some time now, because a lot of bars that came on your bike out of the box are not that high, and a lot of people like the 35 mil rise bar.
We made a video all about high-rise bars.
We did, yeah. That video actually went really in depth of sort of why it's trending, the different use cases for lower rise versus high rise, and all the kind of different applications that you might want to consider when you're upgrading your handlebars. OneUp handlebars have been some of the top selling bars for us for how many years?
Years, at least a couple of them.
Several years.
Since they came out, honestly, it seems like.
Yeah, it's good. It's a really good, unique design. Their whole thing was vertical compliance, i.e. you get a little bit of flex and vibration damping going like this, but lateral stiffness, so you don't get the flex when you're sort of turning and steering your bike. And it's a really interesting design. We made a video testing those things back to back with a bunch of other handlebars. That was quite some time ago. That was a actually really cool video that I really enjoyed making, because I went into that really worried that I wasn't going to be able to tell a difference, and I could easily tell a difference, and I think anybody could tell a difference if you ride the exact same bike on the same trail and just swap out different handlebars. Since then, lots happened in my world of handlebars, also working with an engineer to design some handlebars for Trail One components, which happened many years after we made that video and tested those. I won't bore you with all of the details on handlebars, but if you are looking to upgrade to carbon bars, it's a really good upgrade for your bike, especially if you're coming from aluminum or if you just want a wider set of handlebars or a higher rise set of handlebars. The MTB podcast that we do, episode, what did I say it was?
94.
94, at the 18 minutes and 55 second mark. We go really in depth in kind of the engineering of handlebars and what we've learned since designing the Trail 1 bars, since we made the OneUp video, since we've tested a bunch of other bars. Anyways, if you're really into it, we'll put a link below in the show notes if you want to learn more extensively about handlebars. But regardless, OneUp makes awesome bars.
Yeah, and speaking of Trail 1, Crockett Carbon Handlebar, also the other top selling handlebar. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
And which brings us to our next product, the Fox Digital Shock Pump. Gosh, this is an amazing pump because not only can you see exactly what PSI shock is
You have
at.
bad eyesight.
Goat, huh?
This is a much more convenient pump to see the pressure you're at. It goes all the way up to 350. I think the coolest feature of this pump is the little swivel head thingy.
Not only that, but it actually has a decimal, so you can be even more granular about what pressure you run. You can say, yeah, what pressure do you run? Oh, I run 69.5 PSI.
The little swivel head on this is basically Fox's nicest, bougiest shock pump you can buy. And if you want your toolbox to look nice, you pretty much have to have a digital shock pump.
Ooh, this is nice!
And it's gotta have one of these nice little swivel heads.
Couldn't have put it any better myself.
So this is actually really convenient though.
It is.
Trying to pump up a rear shock and you got this little swivel head.
Yep.
Missed opportunity. Should have been
shaft.
a Kashima shaft. Could
Should've
charge
been
an
a
extra
Kashima
$40 for it, even if you just made it look like Kashima, but it wasn't actually Kashima.
And then this will be the performance version.
Yeah, then this will be the performance version. That's a product development tip for Fox. Hopefully the engineers are watching. Tires.
Tires.
Surprisingly enough, not a Maxxis tire in this video this month. People are digging this knobby neck.
It's a knobby neck, and I think I know why it's so popular is because this is a very versatile tire.
Yeah, it
you
is.
could put this, knobby neck on the back of an enduro bike. You could put it on the front and back of your trail bike or the front of a short travel bike. Could go on any bike, really.
Yeah, and the tan wall has a really nice look to it.
Look at that. That's nice and shiny.
It really does.
Also has very subtle logos, i.e. not white or yellow or some other obnoxious color. But yeah, it just looks cool and has a good tread pattern. And yeah, Schwalbe's still there. It's like it's this tire brand that for some reason hasn't come out with any revolutionary new stuff or really been in the news very much in the last several years, but they still just make really good, nice, quality mountain bike tires.
Yeah, you want to know something else that you would like about this? It is pretty lightweight. Pound for pound.
Yeah, they are.
With the tread pattern and everything. So it kind of fits a nice little segment that a couple other brands aren't really filling right now. So
I rode Schwalbe tires quite a bit some years ago, and I think I might need to go look back at this again. Because you're right, Schwalbe has been a little bit notorious for these lighter weight tires that have, very comparable size, grip, and air volume to the big dog out there, Maxxis. So I might have to go poke around and do a little more tire testing with some of the Schwalbe stuff, because they have come out with some new compounds and a couple small things.
Compounds and casings and stuff. When you say that, because I was thinking the same thing. I got these in for the video, and I was like, I think I should try these next time.
Yeah, I know. Kind of want to try that.
The Hans Dampf is also another very popular Schwalbe tire that is, I think, more of a rear tire specifically. This one doing very well, very popular, and it's very versatile, so it makes sense.
I would like to quickly plug our Mega Deals collection. If you're on a budget these days because you were a software engineer at Google and you recently were fired because you thought AI is becoming sentient, that's a bummer, but if you're on a budget, you can go to the Worldwide Cycler website and just search deals, and there's an ever-changing catalog of various random products that we always have at 20% off on. So
super good deal, and if you are a Google engineer that just got laid off, sorry, but not sorry.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And you want to work here for $45,000 a year and help us with our website. We'd really like that.
It'd be cool.
The Rockstar Fork, man!
I was going for it, and I had a feeling. This is the Recon Silver RL.
Yeah, we've talked about this fork a lot because it continuously pops back up. It's a great upgrade for kind of any hardtail out there that maybe didn't come with an air fork, or just when you're sort of looking for literally the best, most popular fork under $500.
Yep.
That's it.
This is it. More adjustability. Not only, you know, air pressure adjustability, but also compression and rebound adjustments, which a lot of those entry-level forks lack on an entry-level hardtail or something like that. So
Yeah.
a little more adjustability here. And also this has QR axle compatibility, which, you know, for a little under 200 bucks, this is a great bang for your buck fork. For your buck.
Yeah, we made a whole YouTube video about the best forks under $500, and as far as by volume goes, RockShox kind of crushes that segment, and this is the most popular model of RockShox in that segment. So if you're looking to upgrade the fork on your bike and your budget's less than $500, RockShox has you covered. Recon Silver RL, definitely worth looking at.
Up next,
Pedals.
another great product.
Pedals.
The Crankbrothers Mallet Trail. These actually came off of my personal bike, and I've been loving these. I've been running them since they came out, actually a little bit before they came out.
Have those on your hardtail?
Have these on my hardtail, and I absolutely love these. They're lightweight, they have an amazing look to them, and super easy to get in and out of, but still provide a really nice platform and just a solid pedal.
It's kind of what the Crankbrothers candy should have always been.
Yep.
You know?
It's like the sweet spot.
You have the Egg Beater, which has no platform, which is your hardcore ultralight cross-country pedal. Then you go to the Mallet E, which has a fairly substantial platform, is probably the most popular Crankbrothers pedal kind of that we all use and sell. And there was kind of a hole in that lineup for a really long time that Crankbrothers needed to fill, and they filled it with the Mallet Trail, to where it doesn't have as big of a platform as a Mallet E, but still has some platform, and it's got a nice, really good aluminum body, a couple pins on the front of it there. Yeah, I like those things a lot too. That does bridge the gap for your hardtail, your, I don't know, light travel trail bike, or any bike you kind of keep light but still have a little, you know, contact with the rubber of your shoe on that actual pedal body.
Right. You have these on your Revel Ranger.
I sure do.
Made a little video about these.
Yeah, I did. I made a little short form video when these came out. These are some new pedals from Crankbrothers. The Mallet Trail. It's right in between their candy pedals and the Mallet E. Just enough platform to hook on, but not much to add extra weight. Kind of perfect for that trail bike you're trying to keep lightweight. Because I was excited, and I felt as if there was other mountain bikers that were waiting for Crankbrothers to make something that looked exactly like this, that bridged the gap between that, you know, that Egg Beater and that Mallet E, and they nailed it.
Sure did.
So worth looking at if that's what you're looking for in a pedal.
Absolutely.
And least but not last.
Last but not least, least but not last.
We have been getting trolled in the comments for months now because Jared often wears this KETL 5-panel Venture Air mesh hat, and sometimes it sits back on the shelf here, and it's been out of stock for a really long time, and now it's back in stock. So for everyone trolling, can now put your money where your mouth is.
Shut up and take my money.
And buy one of these hats.
Yes.
They're actually a really sweet hat, and they come in black or navy blue. Perfect summertime hat.
Yeah, and I don't have to send you my gross seasoned one now.
Did somebody ask to buy your...
Multiple people have asked to buy the one off of my head. And while it is absolutely flattering and kind of gross, would prefer for you guys to just get a fresh one and then we can match.
My favorite thing about this hat is that it's got this little clippy thing on the back, which is really nice because you can hook it on your belt loop or hook it on your backpack or hook it on your luggage. It's really convenient. And then it kind of saves your spot of where you adjust it
Instead of like the ones where you go like this.
Simple little things like that make it easier to travel with a hat, carry it along with you on your various adventures.
And look good doing it.
And look good doing it. Well, that's all we've got for you this month. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to drop a comment and we'll do our best to get back to them. Also, we have plenty of bandwidth to answer your mountain bike questions on our website. If you go there, you can either live chat, phone call, or email info@worldwidecyclery. Hit the little contact button. Technical questions, any possible thing you want to know about mountain bike fitments, upgrades, anything, literally. Just ask us and we'll be happy to help you out 5 days a week.
5 days. I was thinking it was counting one. Yep, 5.
That's it, that's all. If you like this video, it really helps us out if you hit the little thumbs up button there and maybe share it with your mountain biker friends, and just share any of our content with your mountain biker friends. We'd really appreciate it.
Maybe even your mom or your dad or your grandpa. I mean, I'm sure your grandma and grandpa get a kick out of us.
A kick out of us. One time, I think I might have told this story on the podcast, but not on YouTube. I was in Starbucks and I walked in there. It was a pretty cute girl working there, and she's like, "You look so familiar." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." I just thought I was kind of making conversation. And then she's like, "No, you really do." And I was like, "Do you ride mountain bikes?" She's like, "My boyfriend rides mountain bikes. I see you on the TV all the time." It's like, that's so cool. I was like, that's so cool.
That's so awesome.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, that's so
I
cool.
was like, tell him I said hi. Oh, we forgot to do our worst products of the month
yes.
because we haven't bought anything crappy and we didn't really prepare for that, so sorry. But as a consolation prize, you'll get a alternative intro to this video that Jared and Liam filmed, and they thought it was so good and they wanted to use it, and I was like, this maybe next time, but at least you can see it now if you're watching this far.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jared.
And this is Trending Products for the month of May.